Welcome to this video lecture, and today we will discuss about the streptococci. Streptococci is generally the gram-positive bacteria, and they causes infection in the domestic animals as well as in the wild animal and also in the humans. And they generally causes infection, that is the pyogenic infection. In this lecture, we discussed about the general features of the streptococci and the how to classify the different species of the streptococci and the disease that causes by the streptococci in the domestic animals. So we start the lecture. First thing in the lecture, that is the general features of the general feature of the streptococci. So first feature of the streptococci, that is they are the gram positive cocci in chains. The streptococci is the gram positive bacteria and also present in the cocci in chains. Cocci means they are always present in the round shape structure and also present in the chains. They are either by the two bacterial chains or many more of the bacteria we attached with each others, and they form longer chains. And the diameter of the cocci is the 1 micrometer. Second point in the general feature of the streptococci, that is the fastidious bacteria, and they require the enriched media. They require the addition of the blood or serum to culture media. They required enriched media means they are required the specific thing in their culture media. Next one is the selective media for the streptococci, that is the Edwards media. Selective media for the streptococci, that is the Edwards media. And the next point, streptococci pneumoniae, that also called as the pneumococcus, occurs as a slightly pear-shaped cocci in pairs. Other species are the round shape, but streptococcus pneumoniae, they are the slightly pear-shaped in shape. Small, usually hemolytic and translucent colony. They produced a small colony and a hemolytic colony on the blood agar, and also the translucent type of the colonies. They are the catalase negative. Next point, pathogenic strain have the thick capsule and produced mucoid colony. Only the pathogenic strain, they have the thick capsule and produced mucoid colony on the selective media. Next point, facultative anaerobes, and usually they are the non-motile bacteria. Generally they are non-motile, but some of the bacteria may be motile. Common cell on the mucous membrane of the different animals, and they causes pyogenic infection in the different animals. Next, that is the differentiation of the streptococci. So how to differentiate the different species of the streptococci? So mainly the three way that we can differentiate the different species of the streptococci. First one is the type of the hemolysis. Second one is Schlensified grouping, and third one is the biochemical testing. So these are the three main way we can differentiate the different species of the streptococci. In the first type, we can discuss about the type of the hemolysis. Type of the hemolysis on the sheep or ox blood agar. For the different species of the differentiation, we can use the sheep or the ox blood agar. So on the sheep or ox blood agar, some species produced beta hemolysis, and beta hemolysis is the complete hemolysis indicated by a clear zone around the colonies. So in the beta hemolysis, the beta clear zone around the colony we find in the beta hemolysis. And the second one is the alpha hemolysis. Alpha hemolysis is partial or incomplete hemolysis indicated by a greenish or hazy zone around the colonies. So that is the not to be clear, and it may be the greenish or hazy zone around the colonies. That means they are the alpha hemolysis. And the next one is the gamma hemolysis. In the gamma hemolysis, denote no observable changes in the blood agar around the colony. So that is the gamma hemolysis. So mainly three type of the hemolysis produced by the different species of the streptococci on the sheep or ox blood agar, that is beta hemolysis, alpha hemolysis, or gamma hemolysis. Second thing, that is Schlensified grouping. In the Schlensified grouping, they are the serological method based on the group specific C substances. The C substances that present in the cell wall of the pathogenic bacteria. Only the pathogenic bacteria, they have the C substance in their cell wall. Pathogenic streptococci poses C substance and a cell wall polysaccharide antigen. So two method we can use for the detection of these C substance in the bacterial cell wall. First one is the ring precipitation test and second one is the latex agglutination test. So we discussed about the one by one of both of these tests. First one is the ring precipitation test. The C substance is excreted by the acid or heat from the Streptococcus species under the test. First thing in the ring precipitation test, the isolation or excretions of the C substances by the C substance from the Streptococci cell wall. These are the two methods for the excretion of the C substance. First one is the acid or second one is the heat. So we use either method if we have suitable for the heat or either by the heat or the acid method. Second point, in the ring precipitation test, the antigen excreted is layered over the antisera. First C substance, that is the antigen, and after that we layered over the antisera of the different specificities in narrow tube placed in the plasticine on a slide. So these are the plasticine tubes, narrow plasticine tubes, and first one is the specific antiserum is added, and after that layered the antigen extract or C substance extract. Third point, a positive reaction is indicated by the formation of a white ring of a precipitate close to the interface of the two fluids within 30 minutes. Both of the two fluid are intact with each other, and after the 30 minutes we detect the result. And if the white ring precipitation is occurs both of the antigen and the antiserum, so white ring formation is occurs after the 30 minute, so that means they are the positive. And C substance present in the bacterial cell, that we isolate the C substance of the respected bacteria. Second one is the latex agglutination test. C substance antisera for the group A to G, with the exceptions of the group E, are commercially available. Only antisera of the C substance of group A to Z. A to Z group is the Streptococcus bacterial groups. So A to Z antisera is commercially available. Exceptions, group E. They are not available for the group E. Suspensions of the latex particles are coated with each of the group specific antibodies. Next, the group antigen is excreted enzymatically from the streptococci under the test. So C substance in the latex agglutination test we isolate by the enzymatically, not by the heat or acids. Next, the drop of the antigen is mixed on the plate with a drop of the each latex antibody suspension and rocked gently. Mix both of the antigen and antisera. And then last point, a positive reaction which is usually occurs within 1 minute and is indicated by a agglutination reaction. If the agglutination reaction is occurs, so latex agglutination test is positive, and if that not occurs within 1 minute, that means they are the negative to latex agglutination test, and they are negative for the C substances. That means they are not the pathogenic strain of the streptococci bacteria. Next one is the biochemical testing. A number of the commercial test systems are available for the rapid biochemical identification of the Streptococcus species. Many of the biochemical test kits available um, for the different Streptococcus species and differentiation of the Streptococcus species, just like for the catalase, oxidase, many more of the biochemical test kit is available commercially for the identification or differentiation of the streptococci species. Then lensified grouping of the different streptococcus species. So in first row, that is the species lensified grouping, in which group which species is grouped. Hemolysis on the blood agar, the different species produced different type of the hemolysis on the blood agar, and which animal or either by the humans is the host of the different species, consequence of the infection, and usual habitat, which system is a habitat of the different species. So first species of the streptococcus, that is streptococcus pyogenes. Streptococcus pyogenes is lensified in the group A. They hemolysis on the blood agar, they produce the beta hemolysis, that means they produce the complete hemolysis around their colonies. Usual host is the humans for streptococcus pyogenes, and they causes different disease condition in the humans, that is claret fever, specific sore throat, rheumatic fever. So these condition is caused by the streptococcus pyogenes, and the usual habitat the mainly upper respiratory tract of the human beings. Second species, that is the streptococcus agalacti. Streptococcus agalacti is a lensified group, that is the B, and the hemolysis on the blood agar, they produce beta hemolysis and may also produced by the alpha or the gamma hemolysis on the blood agar. Usual host is cattle, sheep, goat. Usual host is they are the different strain of the agalacti. One strain that causes infection in the cattle, sheep, and goat, and they causes chronic mastitis. And usual habitat is the milk duct or udder. Other strain of the streptococcus agalacti, that is the humans and the dog, they causes neonatal septicemia, and vagina is the usual habitat of the streptococcus agalacti. Next species, that is the streptococcus dysgalacti. The lensified group is the C, and they produce hemolysis on the blood agar, that is the commonly alpha hemolysis or incomplete hemolysis, and maybe also causes beta and gamma hemolysis on the blood agar. Host is cattle or lambs. They causes disease condition in the cattle and lambs, that is the acute mastitis and polyarthritis. Usual habitat is the buccal cavity, vagina, and environment. In environment, they commonly find the streptococcus dysgalacti species of the streptococci. Next species, that is the streptococci equi, subspecies equi. The lensified grouping of the streptococcus equi, that is C, and they produced hemolysis on the blood agar, that is beta hemolysis. Common cell host of the streptococcus equi, that is horses, and the consequence of the infection, strangles, supportive conditions, purpura hemorrhagica. So these are the um, clinical condition they causes by the streptococcus equi, and usually habitat of the streptococcus equi in the horses, that is the upper respiratory tract and guttural pouches. So streptococcus equi is important species and causes severe infection in the horse. Next species streptococcus suis. The lensified group is the D, and hemolysis on the blood agar, that is alpha or may also be beta. Host, that is pigs. Septicemia, meningitis, arthritis, bronchopneumonia, they are commonly caused by the streptococcus equi in the pigs, and the usual habitat, that is tonsil, nasal cavity. So these are the lensified grouping of the streptococci, different species of the streptococci and their hemolysis host of respected species and consequence of the disease condition or infectious condition, and also usual habitat of these bacteria in the different animals. Then next important thing, the virulence factor include enzyme and exotoxins. Virulence factor in the streptococcus, we include the enzymes and exotoxins such as the streptolysin, Streptolysin is the enzymes that is secreted by the streptococci, that is the hemolysins, hyaluronidase, DNase, NADase, streptokinase, and protease. So these are the exotoxins and enzymes that is secreted by the different species of the streptococci. Polysaccharide capsule, which are the major virulence factor of the Streptococcus pyogenes and the Streptococcus pneumoniae. So polysaccharide capsule is the major virulence factor of the Streptococcus pyogenes and the Streptococcus pneumoniae. Cell wall M protein of the Streptococcus pyogenes, Streptococcus equi, and the Streptococcus porcinus are also antiphagocytic. So in the M protein that find in the Streptococcus pyogenes, Streptococcus equi, and the Streptococcus porcins. So they are the antiphagocytic property have. So these are the major virulence factor finding in the various species of the streptococci. So they causes disease condition or infectious condition in the humans as well as in the animals. So first important disease that causes by this streptococcus, that is the strangles. And the strangles that commonly occurs in the horse, and the disease causes by the streptococcus equi subspecies equi. So in strangles, it is the highly contagious disease of horse. It is a highly contagious. They are easily spread from one animal to another animals. So they are highly contagious disease of the horse. Causative agent of the strangles is the streptococcus equi, either by the streptococcus equi subspecies equi. Disease involving the upper respiratory tract with the obsessions of the regional lymph nodes. Regional lymph nodes or neck region lymph node, they are commonly infected, and the Streptococcus equi commonly infect the upper respiratory tract of the horse. All age are susceptible. All age group of the horse are susceptible to Streptococcus equi infection. Outbreak of the disease occurs most commonly in the young horse because of they have not developed proper immunity. So younger horse are commonly infected with the Streptococcus equi. Transmission: how to transmit the streptococci equi bacteria from one to another horses. So purulent exudate from the upper respiratory tract or from the discharging abscesses. So discharge from the abscess and the upper respiratory tract secretion, they are commonly transmit the disease from one horse to another horse. Pathogenesis and pathogenicity: entry of the organism into the tonsils with extensions of the regional lymph nodes. Generally, organism enter in the regional lymph node through the tonsils. The bacteria multiply in the lymph node and eliciting an inflammatory response. Outpouring of the neutrophil and abscess formation is occurs. Large number of the neutrophils are attracted to this site of invasion, and replication of the streptococci equi is occurs. So they are abscess formation is a final output of the streptococcus equi near the tonsils. Clinical finding of the strangles, that is incubation period of the disease is 3 to 6 days, and occurs of the uncomplicated disease is 5 to 10 days. After the infection, 3 to 6 days, the clinical symptoms we find, and uncomplicated disease is 5 to 10 days. After that, they produced complicated condition in the horse. Next point: high fever, depression, anorexia, followed by the oculonasal discharge, which is become purulent. In starting things of the disease, high fever, depression, anorexia, these are the usual features and find in any of the disease condition, any or many of the disease conditions. So we can't understand the infection of other bacterial infection or other viral infection, or either by the streptococcus equi infection. So these are the starting features, and after that oculonasal discharge is common finding, and after sometimes they discharge become purulent, mucoid to purulent. Next point, lymph node of the head and neck are swollen and painful. Head and neck regions lymph node become swollen and painful after some time. Next, the submandibular nodes are affected and they eventually rupture, discharging purulent and highly infectious material. After some time, submandibular lymph node are they are affected, and after some time they are ruptured, and discharge from that lymph node is purulent or mucopurulent. These contains many of the infectious agents, so that discharge can spread to disease in another animals. Guttural pouch emphysema is a common finding that find in the Streptococcus equi infection in the horse. The morbidity may be up to 100% and mortality rate is usually less than 5%. Mortality rate is lower, but morbidity rate or infection rate is higher, but death rate is little bit lower, less than 5%. Death may result from the complications such as pneumonia, neurological involvement, asphyxia due to pressure on the pharynx from the enlarged lymph node, or purpura hemorrhagia. So the reason of the death is may include the pneumonia condition, neurological involvement of the disease, and asphyxia, difficulty in the breathing, and enlargement, difficulty in the breathing due to the enlargement of the lymph node, and purpura hemorrhagia, maybe they causes the death of animals. After that, the diagnosis, clinical sign and the history, they are indicate the infection of the streptococcus equi in the horse. Colony are usually mucoid and up to 4 mm in the diameter and surrounded by a wide zone of the beta hemolysis. On the laboratory media, Streptococcus equi must be distinguished from other lensified group C. streptococci and by other confirmatory biochemical test they required for the confirmatory identification of the streptococci equi. Differentiation of the species may be carried out using the PCR based testing and including real time PCR for the confirmatory identification of the streptococci equi. For we can use for the PCR based testing or the including real time and newer techniques we can use for the confirmatory identification of the streptococci equi bacteria. How to control the streptococci equi infection in the equines? So first thing, clinically suspected animals should be isolated from the other animals. Horses should be isolated for 2 weeks when first introduced or when returning to property. Any of the newly purchased horse and any of the visiting horse, just like in any of the fairs and pradarsanis. So after that returning from that and newly purchased horses, 2 weeks may be isolated. So any of the disease condition is occurs in that horses, they appear the clinical symptoms and signs of the disease, so we can easily separated or easily protect our herd from the any of the disease condition. Next one is vaccine. Live attenuated intranasal vaccine or subunit vaccine is available against the streptococci equi infection. Predisposing factor that include the overcrowding and mixing of the different age groups we required for the protection or protection of predisposing factor, we can remove the chances of the disease condition in animals. Next important disease that causes by the streptococci, that is bovine streptococcal mastitis. They are the commonly disease condition finding in many of the dairy animals. So in that disease condition, Streptococcus agalacti, Streptococcus disgalacti, Streptococcus abscessus, are the principal pathogens involved in the streptococcal mastitis. So these are three main agent or main bacterial streptococcal bacteria that causes the streptococcal mastitis in the domestic animals and dairy animals. Streptococcus agalactiae colonized the milk duct and produced the persistent infection with the intermittent but of the acute mastitis. So Streptococcus agalactiae, they colonize in the milk duct and produce the acute mastitis condition. Streptococcus dysgalactiae found in the buccal cavity and genitalia and on the skin of the mammary gland and causes acute mastitis. Streptococcus dysgalactiae also causes the acute mastitis and they commonly found in the buccal cavity, genitalia and the skin of the mammary gland. Third species of the streptococcus, that is Streptococcus abris, normally inhibited of skin, tonsil, vaginal mucosa, is a major cause of the clinical mastitis, usually without systemic sign. No one of the systemic sign is found in the Streptococcus abris infection. How to diagnose? Clinical signs include the inflammations of the mammary tissue and the milk clot in the milk is common finding and common indications that the streptococcal mastitis. Samples should be cultured on the blood agar, Edwards media, and McConkey agar, and incubate aerobically at 37 degrees centigrade for 24 to 48 hours. So on the blood agar, they may be find of the, according to our lensified grouping, either find the beta hemolysis, alpha hemolysis, or gamma hemolysis. On the Edward media, only the streptococcus species is grow or cultured, and in the and last next one is the McConkey agar grow. On the McConkey agar, only the gram negative bacteria can grow on the McConkey agar. Neither of the gram positive bacteria is grow on the McConkey agar. So we can differentiate the different species that causes the mastitis condition in the animals. And these incubation or culture of the different media and incubate these cultured bacteria at aerobically at 37 degrees centigrade to centigrade for 24 to 48 hours, and after that we can identify the differentiation of the species and identify the streptococcus infection. Sugar fermentation test we can also used for the identification of the different species of the streptococci, and the last and important and confirmatory diagnosis for the streptococcal species or any not to be this used for the streptococcus infection, it used for either any of the bacterial identification or confirmatory identification of the any of the bacteria, that is the molecular based method. Molecular based method is confirmatory identification of the any of the bacteria, that is polymerase chain reaction and real time polymerase chain reaction.